Yo, what is up, everybody? It's Joe the Game. Welcome back to another Naruto reaction video here today. And today we got an interesting topic that we're going to be taking a look at. This is 5 Naruto characters who could have been Kage by the great Swagkage. So this is an interesting topic to kind of think about. There's a lot of characters, in my opinion, who I think would have been great Kages. They come to mind. There's a list, and I'm sure Swag is probably going to list some of those characters here today. But I think this is just a very intriguing topic, and this was requested by you guys, so shout out to you guys for that. This one really caught my eye as soon as you guys told me about it, and I can't wait to see what Swag has to say about this one. But before I begin, of course, any love is really appreciated. Hit that like button, turn on bell notifications to stay tuned with yours truly. And if you are new and you enjoy and you mess with the kid, make sure to hit that sub button, man, because once you do, become part of the family forever. Let's not wasting more time. Screen. See what Swag has to say today.
How's it going, everybody? Swag
What up?
Here with my friend Seth the Programmer.
Oh yeah, what up,
the
Seth?
Video title should have no doubt told you. We're gonna be counting down our top 5 favorite potential Kage. Basically, people that we think could have been very good Kage, but never ended up taking on the role. We're gonna be trying to avoid really obvious picks, at least in the main list. But really, anybody can make it as long as they're strong enough and as long as they have the right spirit for the job or whatever. Like basically, if you think the character meets the criteria in your head, they'll probably be able to make it onto the list. Anyway, Seth, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
I'm Seth the Programmer. Hello.
Yeah, so narrowing this down was a little bit difficult, but we brain blasted enough, and we ended up coming to an agreement on what we felt were 5 pretty good choices. So at number 5,
Wait, before you do that, Mr. Doodle Man, honorable mentions.
oh yeah, honorable mention.
Let's see it.
Honorable mention number 1, Fugaku Uchiha.
I mean, he was
Solid.
He was a candidate already to be the 4th Hokage.
He was, that's correct.
Uchiha wanted him to be, and he had like a Mangekyo Sharingan that was capable of like bodying the 9 tails if he wanted to.
He's a beast,
I mean,
yeah.
I understand why Minato was chosen instead because
He's a prodigy.
Fucking goddamn, but
Yeah.
yeah, if he was Hokage, what do you think would have even happened? I mean, we don't need to go into too much detail, but
Minato would have survived probably. So there's that.
yeah.
Correct.
That's true.
And Naruto would have had a dad. Fugaku probably would have stopped the Nine Tails attack as Hokage.
with
Right.
Minato's help. Yeah.
That'd been dope,
and then
dope,
the
dope.
Uchiha wouldn't have been suspected, and then Sasuke's clan wouldn't have been murdered, and then everything would have been nice and pleasant.
So that's a good option. Yeah.
Everything would have changed,
Obviously,
basically,
you have
right?
2 other
Everything would have
Uchihas,
changed.
You have Itachi and Obito, which are pretty basic choices.
Jiraiya's another obvious honorable mention.
Of course.
Personally, I like Jiraiya more than one.
I'm surprised he's not on the list. Jiraiya was on my top 5, but hey, definitely an honorable mention if he's not on the list.
One option on here, but this list is kind of like a combination of what we like. So yeah. Jiraiya would have been dope. We had like a little hypothetical where like Tsunade had to go to the raid village instead.
Oh,
And she probably would have gotten bodied and had to like run from her life or something.
And Naruto would have cried the same way, being like, Grandma Tsunade!
Although the Sage Mode dynamic wouldn't have been nearly as cool, so I think him not being Hokage was probably a good choice.
yeah, in the end.
Hashirama Senju, one of the founders of the Leaf Village.
Oh, he would have been
another
so
really
cool as Kage.
I don't I really don't know why he didn't become one, like fucking wood release and stuff.
Like, what
He
was
has,
it? Like
Sage
Toby
Mode too.
Rama became Kage instead? Like, I was like,
Yeah,
so dumb.
it was fucking stupid.
And it was like, oh, well, Toby Rama was smarter than me. And I was like, shut up. God.
Yeah, I mean, like, Tobirama did create a lot of jutsu and shit, but Hashirama saved the village from Madara. He, like...
God of Shinobi?
Right, he also has, like, the wood clones, which inspired shadow clones. It's really just... I don't know what...
Guy's an animal. He's an animal.
If you beat Madara, like, why would you not be Kage? It's just dumb, but whatever.
Yeah,
just his
it's
thing.
stupid.
He did what he did, so... honorable mentions aside, I mean... Number 5... Sasuri.
Well, I mean, he's
Oh, wow.
to be the greatest
Sasori.
puppet master. Like, well, here's the thing. I don't think that Sasori would have really served any like narrative purpose as a Kage. I just think it would have been cool. He definitely had the potential to be one of the 5 Kage.
No, he definitely did. He bodied the 3rd.
Yeah, he killed the strongest one and made him his puppet. So it's like,
Literally.
you can't really argue that he couldn't have become one. And if he hadn't have been like a fucking weird puppet psycho man, he didn't like join the
Psycho.
Akatsuki. He probably could have actually become
the
them.
thing about Sasori is that he's capable of like destroying nations by himself. This was stated,
right. Yeah, no, he's
Yeah.
flat
That's
out said,
crazy.
Yeah, his 100 puppets destroyed a country.
Yeah, and it's like this was also stated with Orochimaru one time as well. But it's also possible that Sasori beat like the third Kage before he even became a puppet himself.
That's
So,
crazy.
Damn. And
Wow.
he also didn't have like any crazy strong puppets because the third Kage is the strongest one. So it's like,
Yep.
fuck, dude.
I mean, he might have had like the Hiruko shell or whatever,
That's yeah.
but
He might have like poisoned him.
yeah, because the poison is like terminal. It enters your system, you're done for.
Yeah.
The only reason why Sakura was able to identify it and heal Kankuro from its effects was because like she was trained by the #1 medical ninja on the
Right.
planet.
Yeah, so that's my man Saucy. Number 4, Might Guy. Yeah, it's a weird choice.
That would've been
but,
cool.
Like, we also came to the conclusion that like if Raikage A can be, you know, Raikage, like fucking anybody really could based on their personality.
Yeah, well, see, like, I don't think anybody's gonna dispute guys like power level being, you know, Hokage.
He also
worthy,
has the
because-
spirit required too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's a
And,
beast.
it's like, you know, he's definitely strong enough. He's got that fucking, you know, the power of youth. People might just be like, well, would he be able to make like tactical decisions and do all the paperwork? I mean, if the right Kage could,
If Naruto could.
yeah, I have no reason to believe Guy couldn't. He'd view fucking paperwork as like a workout or something. He'd be like, I have to do it with my eyeballs.
Oh yeah, he would.
One eye shut. He could also have assistants as well. It's like it's not
Yeah,
like he's doing everything himself, so
that's true. He'd probably have like Ten or Neji would make like a really good Kage aid.
yeah. Plus Hashirama and Naruto are both pretty like book dumb. So I wouldn't like say it's impossible or anything. So personally, and also, you know, he's if he became Kage instead of Tsunade, he would have killed Pain instantly.
Yeah, he would have taken Pain out. Fucking Hirudora. And then,
Hirudora across the battlefield, like they all jump into the air and he just snipes him midair, just one shots him. Power of
Yeah.
youth.
he'll be like, whoa.
Think about that, man. What if my guy was Kage when Pain invaded the fucking village, bro? He'd pull out the 8 gates, and then Pain is fucked. That's what would have happened. He would have sacrificed his life. Guy is easily the type. That would have been dope. But at the same time, I don't want to see Guy die. But awesome selection. I mean, thinking about it, he would have been pretty dope as a Kage, straight up.
All right. That guy was strong. Can't wait to see how strong the leader of the Akatsuki is.
Number 3, Orochimaru. You just... Orochimaru was a
We both agreed on Orochimaru.
Yeah.
Orochimaru.
He's a
just
beast.
Obvious pick. It was actually discussed that he was like a candidate for the 4th Hokage, but Hiruzen was like, nah, you're too evil. Well, that's actually the reason they gave in the series, when it's actually like Minato would fucking shove his cock down Orochimaru's throat.
Correct.
Minato is so much better, like just a much better shinobi than Orochimaru could like ever hope to be. But that's not to say Orochimaru. I mean, he's stronger.
He's
than
formidable.
Hiruzen, and maybe not prime Hiruzen, but you know.
Well, the thing about Orochimaru is that the whole series would have been way different if the Kage of the village that Naruto was trying to be was like fucking evil or something.
Yeah.
Been a way more interesting dynamic.
Well, I thought you were gonna say Naruto would have been way different if like Orochimaru didn't have his arms taken, because he would have been a serious threat. And yeah, that too. I mean, like,
Yeah, if he was Kage, he probably would have had the Sharingan.
to be honest,
He'd
yeah.
been like,
Damn.
no, don't kill them. Like, I want to steal their young Uchiha bodies. Like, Anita, what are you doing?
Eternal Mangekyo.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Oh my God,
He's
you
a
could get it
he's
so
a
easily.
monster.
Dude, he would have stolen
That happens,
all of
he
their
would be a
bodies and he could
monster.
just switch between them at will. He'd have like endless Mangekyo powers.
They're just yanking all their eyeballs out, just going full Danzo on them. Also, can I just say that his reanimation would have been like really OP, because like he would like start piling on like dead Uchiha to start reanimating like a little
Oh,
like
shit.
Uchiha
Oh, God.
squadron or something. Fucking
Dude, he would
retarded.
he would just reanimate like everybody he murdered.
And then he has the Kage too. He'd probably
Oh.
have Hiruzen too, because you'd probably assassinate him.
Oh shit!
He summons all 4 of them on someone. Crazy.
That's
I don't even know if Pain
crazy.
can handle that. He's fucking retarded.
Dude, all 4 Edo Hokage? Absolutely not. No.
Yeah, Pain would get
Versus
washed.
Pain bodies.
He'd be like 6 pads of pain. Orochimaru would be like 4 Hokage.
And here's the thing too. This is totally off topic. It was kind of interesting. It's like if he summoned like Hashirama and Tobirama, Hashirama would fucking like darkness. Like he would do the whole darkness jutsu, and the pains would be unlinked.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man, that's insane.
Oh shit, yeah, their vision wouldn't be linked anymore.
And then
You're right.
Orochimaru's fucking Kage would go ham.
It'd be noodles.
Be noodles, my guy.
Number 2, Raditz.
Raditz? What the fuck, bro?
Raditz number 2.
That's hilarious.
Madara Uchiha.
Oh, of
Madara
course.
as a choice for a Kage candidate, pretty obvious. He was gonna be the second Hokage after Hashirama, and then
would have been way cooler than
decided to cuck
Tobirama.
him. Yeah, like Kinkaku, Ginkaku level. Like,
dude, Tobirama, all he was a jobber. Like he just got fucking wrecked in every like big battle he was in.
Hashirama was like, look, dude, you're my best friend, but this guy's like my brother, and I don't need like fucking family drama. Can you, like, please just like let him be Hokage? And Madara was like, no, and Hashirama was like, I wasn't really asking. Tobirama was gonna be second Hokage.
This is why Hashirama should have been a Kage, but you know.
I know.
God, so such a fucking
Hashirama
waste.
wouldn't have let that happen. He would have let Madara become Hokage.
It sucks that like Hashirama was assassinated by Kakazu before he could become one. That was such a plot twist.
Oh my god.
But yeah, like if Madara was Kage, I'm sure he's
Yeah, and Kakuzu beats Pain. Alright.
still would have left the village.
I'm joking, by the way.
So-
God damn it.
Yeah,
don't
Zetsu
don't
would
come
have
after
up
me.
to him and been like, hey, you need to do the Eye of the Moon plan. But
Yeah.
Madara with like Hashirama or Tobirama as an assistant, I mean, like he just would have got to business, dude.
Oh
And,
yeah.
like,
One, Kikoku and Ginkoku
wouldn't-
would have died. They wouldn't have fucking survived the first time. Dude,
Oh,
he
they would've got
would've
smashed.
obliterated the hidden cloud the second they tried to assassinate him. Like, so this was your
yeah,
plan.
no, like he'd be there discussing shit with like the Raikage, and they tried to assassinate him, and he'd be like, "Oh, well, good job. Say goodbye to your whole village," and he'd just swing his perfect suicide.
Would have just killed them all. Yeah, I don't see any reason why like Madara being a Kage instead of Tobirama would have changed the series at all, as long as Zetsu just fucking had Madara just like, you know, go back.
It would have been cooler seeing his fucking face there, like
Yeah.
on the wall, and then like there could have been like cool history about like this you know the second Hokage actually, you know, like he went bad. He left the village to do some crazy fucked up shit, and you know that would have been a cool bit of lore, but no. Instead,
Yeah, I agree.
Water boy.
Water boy who got jobbed. Number 1, Zabuza Momochi. What's your reasoning for Zabuza being number uno?
What's your reasoning for Zabuza?
Well, I think it would have been a pretty cool little rivalry thing, and it would have been a more initiative for, you know, Kakashi become Hokage. And the fact that Zabuza has always been very ambitious. And I believe, what did he want to take over the mist for? I forgot exactly what his motives were. Do you remember?
So it's stated in Naruto chapter 30, I believe, that Zabuza attempted to assassinate the Mizukage, who,
Right.
At the time, it's really up in the air whether it was Yagura or Mei, but there's this one filler that takes place, like, shortly before the beginning of Shippuden. I think it's actually the Chunin exam filler. I forget. It's been a long time since I watched it. But the Mist is invited to participate in the Chunin exams, and they decline because Yagura has just passed, and you know they want to hold a funeral for him, or you know, deal with all of the consequences of that or whatever. And you also have the fact that the Three Tails is just now like running around at the beginning of Shippuden and needs to be captured by Deidara and Obito. There's evidence to suggest that Zabuza was attempting to assassinate Yagura, who was really strong, and not Mei, who sucks.
And Yagura was like a tyrannical Kage. Like, so Zabuza
Right.
did nothing wrong. Debate me. Yeah. But, honestly. And the thing that people don't understand is that Zabuza is Kage level. Because everyone at the time was like, yeah, Kakashi's strong enough to become, you know, Hokage. Hey, Tsunade, you want to become a Hokage? Wait a minute, but Tsunade's only as strong as Kakashi. Basically, everyone that's like Kakashi Land of Waves level was strong enough to become Kage in, like, the Sanin's book. So Zabuza, you know, having beat Kakashi their first time they fought would definitely be powerful enough.
Fair enough. That's definitely fair.
He was also way more passionate about his village as well. I mean, you don't see Mei trying to assassinate Yagura to save everyone's fucking life, because Yagura is fucking like being possessed by like Obito and just like probably doing some fucked shit, dude.
Oh yeah, no, he is remembered as like a horrible fucking like despotic leader. Like everybody hated him.
Tyrannical.
Also, Zabuza would kick the shit out of Mei in a fight, like no question about it, bro. He'd slice her in half in 2 seconds.
And then Haku would just blitz her at the speed of light. Thanks.
Dude, Haku, like ice mirror, she'd be like, "Oh, let me melt these," and he'd be like, and it'd be great.
Yep, that's the video though.
You crush it up, you put it in the powder. Oh my god, it's Naruto.
Isn't it pronounced Naruto?
Great video though by Swagman.
My name is Naruto.
Very informative, very hilarious.
My franchise
I don't know
will
what
never
this
die.
is.
Believe it. They're gonna keep making games about me forever. Believe it. You know, all we want you to do is disappear. Is that really so much to ask?
Yeah, why don't you just retire or
Is
something?
this
I mean,
long?
certainly Comedy Central pays you residuals, right?
What are residuals?
Oh, you don't know about those?
No.
I think this ends here.
Believe it. Oh, no, I feel sorry.
All right, it ended there. So they're just trolling at that point. This is a great video, man. Great video. My 2 cents on it. That's some solid candidates. Some that I even think about, like Sasuri. I mean, technically, you could argue that he'd be the strongest Kazekage of all time if he became a Kage in the Sand Village, right? He beat the third Kazekage, who's always referenced as the strongest Kazekage that ever lived, right? So he'd be a monster. The village would be even more feared amongst the 5 nations. You know, Madara is an obvious candidate. You know, if he would have become Hokage, there's that question: would the history of Naruto change? Right? Zetsu was there. You know, Zetsu was there ever since the beginning. Right? He was always there. But would Madara's mindset be different if he was a leader? You know, being around people, having people depend on you, not being shunned from the village like he was in the actual manga/anime. Would things change? I don't know. It's a good question, and we'll never know. But that would have been nice to see. Definitely more formidable than Tobirama. No disrespect to him, but let's be honest. So that's cool. My guy would have been very, very interesting, right? Like I said, the pain arc probably would have never happened, right? As soon as he sold up to the village, my guy will probably realize he has to open either the 7th or possibly 8th gate, and that's wraps, right? Naruto probably wouldn't even be needed, to be honest with you. Who else did he put up there? Zabuza's interesting. He is very passionate. You know, I really like that Land of Waves arc. It's one of my favorite arcs. He's one of my favorite villains, right? He's very, very cool character, very passionate, very powerful, right? Gave Kakashi a run for his money in the Land of Waves. And then Fugaku, you know, the other candidate. Would have been interesting, but I wonder what Danzo would have thought. You know, would he just kill Danzo, get him out of the way? You know, Danzo obviously would have still been a threat. He definitely would not have been happy if, you know, Fugaku was appointed the 4th Hokage, right? It would have been crazy. Maybe he could have convinced Hiruzen that Danzo's not good. He's not good news, and they would have killed him. And, you know, the Uchiha clan would still be thriving to this day. You know, so all in all, it's very interesting to think about all these things. Jiraiya, I want to talk about Jiraiya for a second here. He would have been very interesting as well. You know, let's say instead of Tsunade's Jiraiya, who knows what would have taken place. Things would have changed, obviously. I think he's more powerful than Tsunade, in my opinion. It probably wouldn't have been him going to the Rain Village, excuse me. It probably would have been Tsunade. She would have got clapped, stomped, right? And he still would have attacked the village. Jiraiya probably can't handle him, so maybe him and Naruto together would have worked together. But then again, a lot of people would have died. It would have been very, very intriguing, though. You know, Tsunade had that healing ability, which helped the village a lot. But either way, it would have been very interesting to see. I'm trying to think of some other people that can come to mind. Like Shikamaru would have been decent. He's very intelligent, but he's not. He just doesn't have the power, I believe. You know, to meet the criteria. Like the pure power. You know, as far as the Shinobi, his ability, he's not up to par. But yeah, overall, this was a very interesting thing to think about. Let me know in the comments. Who do you think would have been a good candidate for Kage? It's very interesting to think about. I can go all day on this, but I don't want to rant too long. But yeah, guys, this was a great video. Shout out to all you guys for recommending it. One of my favorite videos. One of the funniest videos I've seen. Awesome shit. If you guys have any other recommendations, let me know in the comments. That's going to wrap it up for this one. I love you all, and I'll catch you in the next video. This is Jay the Great signing out. Peace.